And over and above this, whatever I am sharing is also all these things you can put it on your mobile screen also. And with a click of button, everything will come up. It's like on a screen, and there you just need to log in. And once you log in, you actually go and see all the details, whatever we are going to share. Uh, so like this, you will have certain pages wherein mutual fund analysis and all this things will be there, whether it is equity analysis or maybe priority selections and all these things, one page plan and all, everything will come. So this is available on the screen and also on the phone. Now let's start. I will just see what are the topics. So the first thing is we will be able to create everything with our own branding. Okay. Now on the top, once for all FFF Pro and rest of our volatility coaches, they already have their logos, name and all, everything written there. I will show it to you as if I am doing it in my branding and logo, and rest you can just upload your stuff and you can get that thing done. So that's number one. Number two, we will do risk profiling. I think today, when you are talking with a client, there are cases wherein people with the age of 70 or age 75, they are sold small cap funds and all. But if you have done this risk profiling with them, which takes only 2 minutes, and you have this in your record or maybe on your email or WhatsApp for that client or the details, you are absolutely safe. In the coming days, if you have done a risk profiling and if you have given a mid cap or a thematic or any risky fund also to a client, there is no issues. Everything is fine. The incidental advice which you have given is absolutely in line with your business. So let's do this risk profiling and how we can actually do this. Okay. On the website, you just go and you have to just log in, and all this will be in your access for next 7 days for FFF Pro members for 12 months and for volatility coaches for the whole life. Now we were talking about sustainability matrix, the risk profiling. So we are actually doing, once you click this, okay, and this is the link which is there. Okay. So now I'll just take this link, copy this, and I will share with you an example, and I share it with investors like this. Now, once you click, a client just click this and fill up everything, all the data will come to me. In your case, the data will come to you, or anybody, whoever is doing the data comes to him. So whenever you are doing an IAP or meeting or anybody's WhatsApp number is there with you, you just share this with him and the risk profiling and a one-page financial plan will be done. I'll show you how. It takes only few minutes. So this is the way you share the link with them, step one. And then if you want, you can click a photograph of his, or if you have that photograph, you can do. Otherwise, let's say you write the name of, let me write Tushar Gupta. Okay. Tushar@suskan.com. Mobile. Let's take his date of birth 01/01/2000. So, and monthly expense, let's take an example of 50,000 rupees. Okay. Now this is what his detail is, and it took. Now he will answer only 5 questions. Have you invested your money in past? And what has been your experience? He will say, I have invested into equity-based mutual fund or ULIP. What is the percentage of your income you want to save? We can say 10 to 12%. What is your current age? He will say like 18 to 30 or whatever the age is. If the market or the valuation of your stocks goes up 25%, or it has gone down 25%, what will you do? You can say, I will increase my holdings. The statement describe your approach. I am a very high risk taker and also on and so forth. So all this shows that his risk profiling is like he's 60% into equity, 30% into debt, and 10% into this. Now with this, you go to the next. So now whatever data is put in, all this data is going to come to your portal. It will come on your screen. from him. That can be kept as a record. Now, the second part is the sustainability matrix. See, traditionally, we used to call this a financial plan, okay? But since mutual fund distributors are not allowed to make a financial plan, but we can create a sustainability matrix wherein an investor's goal, time period, time horizon, uh, his expenses, his dreams, his goals, and the planning for that can be done in one sheet, and we call this a sustainability matrix. And on this matrix, life becomes easy. You are making a plan, you are giving him something which is on one page, and finally the SIPs which you are supposed to receive, maybe for 5 to 10,000 rupees, probably will go up to 30, 35, 40, 45,000 rupees after you have done this. So let's do this. Let's take in case of Tushar, his child education. So you can just change this. You can write the name of his son, let's say Kishore. Kishore's education, inflation, rate of return, whatever you want, you can change this. All this is editable. And let's take an example of after 20 years, the money is required, and that is 10 lakh rupees. Or if you want to change this you can make 12 lakh. So today's expense for doing an MBA is, let's say, 12 lakh rupees. So in future, after 20 years, this 12 lakh rupees will not be 12 lakh, it will be 31 lakhs. And if you want to invest monthly to get this 31 lakh rupees, you have to pay 3,494. Simple. Retirement thing, this is non-editable because you wrote, remember, 50,000 rupees. Now that 50,000 rupees into 12 is 3 lakh rupees. Sorry, 6 lakh rupees. Now that 6 lakh rupees divided by 6% is 1 crore. And that is what has come over here. Why this 1 crore? Because अगर आपके पास ये 1 crore रुपया होता है, so you will get 50,000 per month. So this is the retirement corpus which you are looking for, and maybe you will retire after 25 years or maybe 30 years. Okay, so that's one part. Now wedding. So he wants to also plan for Kishore's wedding also. So you are just able to change and do all this stuff. And maybe after 25 years, he wants to get married, and maybe 10 lakh rupees today. If he wants to do the, what do you call, the marriage, it will cost him. So future may it is going to cost him like this. So, and the rest of the things can be holiday analysis, home or emergency fund. So emergency fund, actually, you should be writing for 1 year. Let's say home is 10 years. And so on and so forth. And that way, so you can actually create something like this. Once this is done, now this is the matrix for Tushar. His photograph is there, his phone number, his email, his date of birth is there. And then for his education, this is required. And you can just create a PDF if you want. Just click this and you see this PDF is created. And from this PDF, you can just open this and you can share this on a WhatsApp or an email or whatever way you want to your client. And it has just taken a few minutes for you to do. I'll just show you the PDF also. So this is the PDF, how it looks, wherein you have written this Kishore's education, retirement analysis, okay, then holiday analysis, Kishore's, I think this was marriage analysis, I changed the name, and then for home, for emergency, and this chart. So in this chart, you have all the details, monthly investment, whatever is required, inflation, whatever figure you have written, and return expected, whatever. So this is a sustainability matrix for this particular client. So what we have done, we have actually done a risk profiling for the investor, and also we have done a sustainability matrix. Now all this data, where is it visible? I'll show it to you, because finally you should have the access to the data, whatever is there. So now this is one place wherein you did the thing, one page map, and then this is the data. So once you click, this is Tushar Gupta, his email address and his detail and all. So once you click this, okay, you have all the data, whatever he has written, and this is all system generated and absolutely acceptable by any department or any organizations or any authority that this has actually come from your end. So this way you are keeping a record of all the data of your investors. You are giving him a sustainable risk profiling, and you are making a financial plan, which we call sustainability matrix for him. And it's done. And it takes few minutes. So more the number of clients, more the number of people you are able to do this, more uh, the better it is for you. Okay. Okay. So next we will do is a mutual fund analysis, and then we will go to the calculators. So mutual fund analysis is this is the button. When you click, you actually get into this world. See, there are various other platforms like Engine, Morningstar, and various other wherein you can actually do the analysis of mutual fund. But I am not talking about the analysis which is available on Value Research or maybe no Money Control, because there it is only like a 3-year return, 2-year return, 5-year return, and certain few things are there. But here you can do the analysis, and the research is your own research. So let's take an example. Rajiv Lochan Ghosh is there. So Rajiv Lochan Ghosh research analysis report. This is your report with your branding, as I will show it to you right now how it works. And that becomes more credible, more valuable, that it is something which you are doing and not you are just taking something out of a money control or from anywhere and you are just doing it. So this is how the whole thing is. Now see, there are, let's say, 1,536 funds. But your client, you want him to see, there are so many parameters available. Okay. We will not be explaining each and every parameter to you over here, like no SEBI classification, AA, AAA rating things, which year return, Sharpe ratio, Sortino ratio, standard deviation, beta, tenor ratio, Janssen alpha ratio, information ratio, R square. All these data are there. And no, not only that data, like let's take an example of Sharpe ratio 1 month, Sharpe ratio 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. So many things. For this particular thing, this yellow marked are actually whatever we have taken. So if you just remove or add a mark, you can actually uh, increase or decrease the number of categories or the parameters which you want. So this is up to you. Now, there is an AI tool also which is attached, wherein you will get everything automated, but that we will do later. First, I will show you how you can do it, because it is your research, your report, your client. So he should get things from you. So all the knowledge which you have should be used, and it should be displayed, and it should be there in front of the client that this is what you have done for him. So let's take an example, a very, very simple one. There are so many varieties of funds, as you can see. Okay. Now in debt, global, hybrid, and all. So let's take an example of multi-cap fund. Okay. So I click multi-cap fund. Perfect. Now in multi-cap fund, we have 26 funds across all the AMCs. Now out of these 26 funds, what are the 3 best funds which you will suggest to a client? And from there, client reverts back to you that out of these 3, Kanak, let's do this one. So he will do this one and you are done. So you have given him an incidental advice, not an advice, incidental advice with all the datas. And from there, he identifies one. So you have, actually, there is no risk, and you have done your all due diligence by sharing with him all the datas. And now he's accepting that and investing into this. Now, how to do this? What I have written, you can able to create a mutual fund research analysis report in 3 to 4 minutes. How to do that? Now you have all these funds, and all the data are there: NAV, AUM, TRP ratio, blah blah blah, so many things. So let's take an example of, let's take a 3 years return. See, these funds are not very old funds. Multi cap category was is actually was created not very, because the flexi cap and multi cap, there was a lot of things. So now let's take 3 years return. So in 3-year return, Nippon, ICICI, fund of fund we will remove. So multi cap and maybe no Mahindra. So these 3 funds we will take. Okay, they are in the top. Now, after that, so many, then we go to Sharpe ratio. Now, in Sharpe ratio, higher the ratio, the better it is. Because risk adjusted return, if you are getting with lower risk and the higher return. So this is like higher the ratio, the better it is. So in this case, we know ITI, Axis is coming, ICICI and Mahindra is there. And this Nippon has gone down. So we will remove this. So risk adjusted wise, Nippon has gone down, but these 5454 funds are still there. Mahindra has also gone down, so we'll remove it. Now then let's see Sortino ratio. In Sortino ratio, you see ITI and ICICI again are coming, which means these two funds again and again are coming, especially the ICICI one. So we can preferably suggest a client with this fund. And again, you see this ICICI fund of fund is also coming. Even Quant was also there in the first case, and now also it is there. So maybe we can consider them also. Then let's take a trainer ratio. So trainer ratio also, again, you see ICICI, ITI, Axis and Quant and all this. Again, same varieties of funds are coming. Even HSBC, you can see, is coming again and again. Jensen alpha ratio, again, the same funds are there. Maybe HSBC has come down, so we can remove. And finally, we see ICICI, ITI, and ICICI again, the second fund. So Axis and this again has gone down. So maybe these three funds, okay, or maybe of your choice, some fund if you think that Axis multi-cap still you would like to add, and this you. So these are the three funds you have identified, and now you move to the next level, wherein you have all these details. So many details you have, okay? Maybe you don't need so many. If you want to view the report, you just see it. See your company's logo, your name and your details and your email address, everything will come here. And then you can get this report. You can just download this. Simple. Once you download, and this all can be done on your phone, and it just takes 2 minutes to come up with a report like this with your own branding, and then you can actually share it with your investors as I am doing it right now with you. Here it is. So this is the PDF report, okay, wherein your name and details are there. So first thing what you have seen, these three schemes, and this is the average category of the multi-cap things. So you have all the returns. Second is you have all the AUM, TER, P ratio, Sharpe ratio, Sortino ratio, beta, and standard deviation. So you are giving all the data to your investor, and plus, although it's a multi-cap fund, but it will have almost 42% large cap, 25% mid cap, and 25% small cap into this. So you are also able to share with the client that this is what the percentage allocation is there. And then this PDF you just share with your investors. So how long did you take to create this report? And this report can be created for any type of fund, large cap, mid cap, small cap, debt funds, hybrid funds, global funds, ETFs, index funds, gold categories, or anything hybrid, fund of funds. So in the same way, you can actually create. So there is a detailed 1 hour class on all the ratios, understanding them. The recording is available on our website, and also the master classes we continuously do. You can attend that. So my idea was to just share with you a little idea of how these analysis can be done. So this is something which is a must. I think each and every mutual fund distributor should use these tools. Now, how to use them and how is this important? Now, you have seen the importance of this, but where you can actually see them. Now, I'll take you to the website where you can actually create it on your own, a user ID and a password. Now, on this website, once you go, okay, there is a sign up for FFF and Pro. Okay, so all volatility coaches can just log in. The FFF Pro members can log in, and rest of the people can just log in, and you will get an access for 7 days. After 7 days, if you want, you can become an FFF Pro member, and you will continue to get all these details. So this is one part, and here once you get in, you come to this page, as you can see, and here you can do all this research. So at least try this for next 7 days and try to create few plans with your branding and all. You will see it's a good experience. And if you want, you can see this video again so that if anywhere you need some help, you can actually do it. Now let's come to the calculators. Okay, so there are quite a number of volatility calculators. Now, once you click this, you have all these things open. Now, this is something when you are actually creating an online session with your client or a one-to-one session with your client, and you told him, sir, you should have started an SIP, आपको इतना सा SIP कर लेने का था, and today still he has not done. So you will have to share with him, sir, this is what you have missed. Now what happened? Let's take an example of mutual fund SIP. Very, very simple. Let's take an example of a children fund. Okay. You wanted to do, you have told him that, sir, you start doing a monthly SIP with 10,000 rupee amount. You told him 5 years, 10 years back. Okay. And you suggested him, let's say, Aditya Birla Fund, HDFC Fund, and ICICI Fund. Okay. So you suggested him these three funds. And it was 2017. And today is, this is today. Okay. So now what you will have to do, you just search. You have just given random three funds and all that way. Now, what is this? You can just create a PDF and share this with your client. Now, what you have seen, there is two things which will come on the PDF. One is that the current value, see in these three funds, okay, you have invested 9 lakh 20, 9 lakh 20. Aditya Birla came a little later, so I think it is 67 installments. Otherwise, it would have been there. So 9 lakh 20 has become 18 lakhs, and you have got a return of around 18% in all the three funds. Okay. And this is the chart. And this 18% return, as you can see, the ICICI has become 8 lakh 63, HDFC has become 9 lakh 42, Aditya Birla has become 10 lakh 50,000. So this way, all the three funds value also you can see in a particular chart, and this whole PDF can be just seen by you. Just download it. And once you have downloaded, see, finally, if a report is looking nice and then you are actually sharing, and if it takes few minutes only to do this. So a mutual fund SIP analysis, your branding is there, and this is the way you have shown that these are the funds and this is the returns that you would have created actual basis, and this is what the whole thing would have been. So, sir, you have actually missed this opportunity. I think it's the time to start investing and thinking about the same SIP right now. So this is the way you are actually doing a analysis for your client. Making sense? Yes, no. Some of you. Otherwise, no, if you don't respond, lagega ki, what am I doing? So same way, no. Now let's say for a client, STP report will also come up. Okay, and then SWP. Let's do a systematic withdrawal plan. You met a client and he retired, and after retirement you suggested him that, sir, let's start systematic withdrawal plan by investing into a balance advantage fund. So he told, okay, let me think over it sometime, and it took him 5 years to think. So after 5 years you come back, well, sir, see what you have done. I told you to invest into this ICICI Prudential BAF, Balance Advantage Fund, and you wanted that every first it should come, and you wanted the return which is monthly. You had 10 lakh rupees that time, and you wanted 7,000 rupees per month. And the date last time when we met was 2017. And sir, actually and you told that you will start the same thing in 2018 after 1 year. So sir, this is what, and today, because you have not done it, but if you would have done, sir, this would have been your report. So it is what report? Well, sir, your 10 lakh rupees today would have become 11 lakh 13,000, plus you would have withdrawn 5 lakh 60,000, which is 7,000 per month. And you would have generated 12.18% return. Means after 7,000 per month, 5 lakh 60,000 withdrawal, your money would have been 11 lakh 13,000 of the money which you have invested. And this is some which is like your life thing, your money little bit up and down, and whatever it is, and this is your value right now. So actually, it is the value which is for the particular fund which is there. So this way, when you just create something and create a downloaded report with your branding and all, it makes a lot of sense that, see, this is something which has happened and this is all their data. It is nothing that new we are giving. Okay. So similarly, in case of a PPF and an ELSS, many a time clients are still doing PPF and they are investing every year, let's say one lakh rupees. Okay. And let's say they started 15, maybe let's say 9 years back. End date, let's say today. Select. So actually, let's take yearly. So you're investing yearly only. And let's here we are doing an example of 5 funds. Okay. So Aditya Birla, Access, and maybe no HDFC, and also maybe no ICICI. So we have taken 4 funds and we select. So once you have selected, you see that these funds, 10 lakhs you have invested. And if you would have invested in ELSS, all of them were 21 lakh, 25 lakhs, 22 lakhs. And in PPF, it would have been 14 lakh 98,000. The rate of return is 7.68. But in case of an ELS, this is there. And this is the return and this is the money which is there. So you just create a PDF and share it with your investors, sir. This is what you have actually missed. Same way, asset allocation calculator, retirement planning calculator, human life value calculator. I will urge all of you to go and have a look at it. Anywhere you get stuck, our team is there to help you. SIP with annual increase. This is like no step up SIPs, where let's say every year 10% increase is there. If this year 10,000, next year it is 11,000, after that 12,000, and so on and so forth. This can create a very, very huge return. Rolling return, again, this is a very scientific way of actually estimating the returns, not the normal way of finding the returns. Returns can be plus minus, but in case of rolling return is a very, very good way to actually do things. Then comes like top performing SIPs. Now, let's say in a particular category of ELSS, okay, let's say installment amount 10,000 and period, let's say you write 15 years and you search. So now you have all these funds which is there. These are the funds, these are the returns, 15 years. So you would have invested 18 lakhs, and that 18 lakhs today is 1 crore, 83 lakhs, and so on and so forth. So this is how you actually see, and the equity ELSS category wise in IT. So you just download this and you have the whole data which is there. And you can just share with your client that, sir, this is what you actually shared with us. And this is how the returns are. And in the same way, you can actually create a report and share it with your investors. So this way, what you have done is you have actually done the reporting. You have seen the report and you have actually created it for your investors. Now, these are some of the reports which is there. Before I go further to equity research and few more calculators, if you would like me to share, I can do that. or any questions so far? Is it easy, difficult, tough? Am I speaking something which is non-understandable or maybe something in a different language? Please let me know so that no, it becomes very convenient for all of us so far. So what I have done, I have shared with you, number one, how to create a what do you call risk profiling for a client. Okay, which you can do, sharing the link and then you get it, which is something which all of us should do. Second thing, you do a sustainability matrix with your investor. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. आप आराम से उन्हें लिंक भेज दो और वो सारा डिटेल दे देते हैं, उनको एक पीडीएफ में आप अपने ब्रांडिंग के संग भेज देते हो. फिर हमने देखा certain mutual fund analysis, mutual fund research. You do it on your own. I have done for one example. Try to do with some more examples. Try to share it with me or maybe in the group. See, you have done this according to your research. In the small cap category, these three funds look good. अच्छा, मैंने एक चीज और नहीं दिखाया, AI के थ्रू कैसे आता है, that I will show it to you. So the same report, if you want, you can actually do it. This is all done also. Huh? There is something called priority selection. So once you click this will do automatically. आपको ये भी नहीं करना है, but I will not suggest you to do this. This is absolutely no. This is only AI based. So they are using certain data and they are doing it on your own. But the whole idea is you should do it on your own. Let's take an example of हम लोग क्या किए थे, मल्टी कैप किए थे ना. See, multi cap. So this AI has done automatically on its own. Oh, all the research and the beta, Sortino ratio, everything they have done. So according to them, this is the fund which is looking good for the next 1 year. Now, see, we also were trying to get ITI, ICICI. These were the two funds which we also got. So again, they have also got the same thing. So आप यहाँ पे PDF निकाल के, अगर आपके पास time नहीं है, if you are running out of time, you just find this out and you do it. Similarly, if you want to do it for, let's say, flexi cap fund, so you will also get the details. If you want to do it for, let's say, index fund, so you will get something like that. You want to do it for, let's say, multi cap fund and or mid cap fund, so you will actually create and you will have all the details with you in front of you. So this is also what we have done when it comes to mutual fund analysis. Then we did calculators. These are the volatility calculators. There are 11 such calculators on asset allocation, comparing with PPF, STP, SIP, SWPs, and all these things. So it will take only 3 to 4 minutes to do each sheet, each analysis, make it and share it with your investors. And that's how it works. If we have some questions, we will take it. Otherwise, one last thing which I want to do is, see, this detailed financial plan and all this is all available to volatility coaches that I'm not discussing. But in FFF Pro, this 1 year thing, anybody who has registered for the conference is also eligible for FFF Pro membership, which is for the next 1 year. And you will be able to access to all these things. You will be able to access to equity stock analysis tools, mutual fund analysis tool, priority selections, volatility calculators, one-page sustainability matrix, and risk profiling. That's it. So this is what you will be available to you. And equity is one thing which is left. This yours truly is very, very interesting. Huh? Again, this is only available to volatility coaches. And with your branding, you can actually create all these things. So this is, I think I have created over 2000 plus such creatives. Okay. On Krishna Janmashtami, I shared something with all of you. So something like that, you have so many. So you just, so there is like no general election with, so during the general election time, I created this. And you have all this album and what is the requirement and all. So with this, you can just download them and with your branding and all, they all will come up. Buddha's Eightfold Path, with there are so many things on cricket, on football, on golf, and water saving and investing, Swami Vivekananda, Christmas, Diwali, Holi, marathon. Just name a topic and probably you will have everything on jungles, on sea, on mountains. And each and everything is actually connected with your finance, with your personal finance. So this is how all this is actually created. So in FFF Pro, you can also get this equity stock analysis also, where you have the data of all the this is a practice, this is live. So wherein you have the data of all the stocks. So with their fundamental things, if you want to create your own portfolio, let's take an example of 5, 10 stocks. So how to create that? So you can actually do it through this. अब ये कैसे करते हैं? Let's take an example. There are so many filters. Now, let's say, see, currently there are 3,700 stocks. See, all the details are there, ना? और उन सब stocks का details के साथ में see their net profit, debt equity ratio, return on net worth, sales growth, net person. See, all these details are there. Okay. So previous year return and so on and so forth. Now, based on certain things, you need to identify a particular stock. इस साल के लिए, which is a better stock for you. So there is a separate class for this also called fundamental analysis. I will encourage you to do that. So let's say we identify top 15 sectors. Any sector which is so you see, out of this 3,700 stocks, if you remove the sectors which are not performing, you are left with 1,800 stocks. You got my point? Now then, sales growth. So if a company is not growing sales, okay, let's take an example of at least 5% sales growth, then we will remove it. So you see only 65 companies are there, which is actually growing more than 5% in sales. See, and similarly, you will have to continuously add filters and filters and filters. Some companies, we have institutional holdings. So any company with less, greater than 1% institutional holding. So now you're only left with 14 stocks. See, this way you need to do this. You need to learn a process. And these 14 companies are the companies which is having a growth of sales and having institutional holdings. So they are somewhat good fundamental companies like Navkar Corporation, Mindtree, Tata, HCL, and all this, whatever format, and all these details are there. So this is the way you can do for the stocks also. Maybe all of us are not directly connected with stock markets and all, but at least you have some way, some easy direction, certain fundamental facts, figures with you in your hand every time. So even if, let's say, some client, if you are sitting and if there is some query or question, you can tell him, yes, sir, I have something to help you, to share you, so that whether you should be keeping this particular stock in your portfolio or not. So not getting into the other details of other games and IAPs and other sessions we have already done. So today my intention was that we only understand this simple, and you can have this on your phone. Just see this, use it, and help your clients and help yourself. Okay. So can we have some questions now? How many of you have seen this? I think many of you are already are FFF Pro members or volatility coaches. So you are anyway using them. Rest of the people, for the first time, if you are there, go to the website, log in. If you do, you want me to show it to you again? Yes, no, कुछ तो बोलिए.
Yes, sir.
So very simple way. You need to just go to the website, okay, and sign up for FFF Pro. Once you do click this, they will ask you some questions, your email address, phone number, and stuff like that. And then you will get a login on your email ID and all. And this is going to be there with you for 7 days. And if you want to continue to have more than that, then you can actually become a member. So these services, usually there are quite a number of them. Usually from other platforms, there are ranging between 45,000 to 90,000 rupees per annum. But here it is quite economical. I'll share with you. Do you want me to share? If yes, I will share. Otherwise, no. I have no issues. This annual thing is only 18,000 rupees. But first you have a look at it for at least 7 days, and then you go to, and then you see. I'll just share with you what are the things which is there. Okay. So after this, you all can, so all of you can see the screen. So this is like MF analysis tool. Usually it is 45,000 rupees to 90,000 available in market. Equity analysis 5,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Financial planning tool, the sustainability matrix is available at 5,000. Financial calculators around 11,000. TAT certification, 11 master classes to learn each calculator and things to use. All this costs you 82,000. And there is a conference which is coming up in the month of September, 27 to 29th. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow is the last date for the registration. Total, it's 1 lakh 14. But if you all see, actually, this has changed. This is not today's offer. This is 32,000 plus GST right now. So anyone who is paying 32,000 plus GST, he is not only attending the conference, but for the whole year. But if you want only FFF Pro membership, for now on our website, it is available for 18,000 rupees, which is without the conference. You can actually get all these things for the whole year. But it's better to attend the conference, get to know more about all these things, be there with the people, and enjoy the whole thing. And also you can attend the conference non-residential also if you wish to in 18,000. So that's about the whole conference. And this is the conference which is there. All these beautiful people will be there. So that's it. So there are other games and various other things. Probably we will do that in some other session, other classes, how to do an IAP, how to use more and more of games while you are conducting sessions, how to engage investors. But this is what is there for today. Any questions? I'm happy to answer. Or I think there are quite a number of people who can also answer. Kiran Kumar can answer, Naresh Verma can answer, Krishna Kunda can answer. Okay, so
Good
many
evening,
of
sir.
them already there in this group
Good evening, sir.
who have been using Rajiv Lochan Ghosh, Rajiv Shah. So many of them are already using all this for quite a
Good
number.
evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
नमस्ते विनीत जी, कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत बढ़िया सर। एक वो कॉन्ट्रा फंड का एक बार देखेंगे ना, उस पर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है। उसमें काफी सारे ऐसे फंड हैं जो कि
हाँ,
आपने सेबी कैटेगराइजेशन तो लिखा है उस पर,
हाँ,
बट एक्चुअली आई फील दैट इज नॉट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर कैटेगरी।
ओके, कॉन्ट्रा फंड, ठीक है, देखता हूँ। कॉन्ट्रा फंड कैटेगरी में तो
जी।
ओके, ठीक है। एनीबडी एल्स? जब तक मैं उसको निकालता हूँ, और कोई क्वेश्चन और कोई सवाल, एनीथिंग एल्स? किसी का कोई सवाल नहीं? विजय कुमार जी, नो क्वेश्चन?
No, I'll log in and I'll check it. I have not
Yes,
logged
please
in
log
yet.
in and
Yeah.
at least
Plus,
see
plus
this.
I am coming to Delhi, no? So I'll get to know more
Yes,
about.
look forward, look forward.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
all come to Goa. Sometimes
Welcome.
Goa people should also come to other cities.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. We are
that's
coming.
good, good. So this is available to you. You have the user ID and the password. Since you are coming to the conference, all this is available to you for 1 year.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay.
you just by coming to the conference, you are an FFF Pro member also for the 1 year, and you
Yeah,
will be available,
yeah.
eligible for all
So
this.
after this program, I'll just check. I'll go to the site and I'll check.
Anywhere you get stuck, connect with our office.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to
Yes, sure.
and
Sure,
do
sure,
the
sure.
the more we use them, no,
Yeah.
it actually helps.
So unless we use it, we won't be able to
Yes.
know the.
So
Yeah.
if you use it, no, then only queries and questions will come. then
Yes,
you
yes,
get stuck.
yes, correct.
And this is the way forward. We will have to do all this.
Yeah.
So भारती जी देखिए हमारे इतने कैटेगरीज में यू कैन सी देयर इज अ थीमेटिक कॉल्ड कॉन्ट्रा. ओके,
राइट
तो ये
जी।
कॉन्ट्रा करते ही करीबन 7 फंड आए हैं. अगर आप चाहें ना तो यू कैन हैव अदर कैटेगरीज ऑल्सो. जैसे कुछ लोग, ठीक है देखिए क्वांट अलग है, कॉन्ट्रा अलग है, सबका अलग अलग है अपना. बट इफ यू थिंक दैट मिलते जुलते देर आर टू डिफरेंट वेराइटीज, यू कैन हैव देम टुगेदर ऑल्सो. सो आई एम जस्ट क्लोजिंग दिस एंड सी देर आर दीज 7 फंड. एसबीआई कॉन्ट्रा, कोटक इंडिया कॉन्ट्रा, फ्रैंकलिन अपॉर्चुनिटी, इन्वेस्को, आईसीआईसीआई अपॉर्चुनिटीज, सैमको एंड क्वांट मूवमेंट. सो दीज आर द फंड्स व्हिच इज कमिंग इन माय व्यू. सो इसमें
नहीं
अगर
तो
हम देखें,
ये जैसे इस पे सैमको या जो क्वांट आपने लिखा है ना, या जो
हाँ,
फ्रैंकलिन है या आईसीआईसीआई है, तो हाउ दिस इज फॉलिंग अंडर दिस कैटेगरी, बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट डिफाइंड इन देयर थिंग्स, इट
नहीं
इज
सर, इसमें
कॉन्ट्रा।
जो सेबी क्लासिफिकेशन में आ गया है ना, सेबी की क्लासिफिकेशन में 1 2 3 4 5 6 तरीके हैं. सो वो
हम्म।
कैटेगरी में आ गया, इसीलिए आ गया है. मतलब यहाँ पे हम नहीं कुछ कर रहे हैं. अगर सेबी
ओके।
ने क्लासिफाई कर दिया है उसके तरीके से ही आ रहा है, अदरवाइज नहीं आ रहा है वो.
अच्छा, इसका अगर ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन निकालना है, जो नैव की मूवमेंट है, जो रिटर्न आपने दिखाई हुई है,
हाँ,
तो ये कैसे निकालेंगे? ये
मैंने जो
कैसे मिल
रिसर्च
रहा है?
दिखा
क्योंकि
रहा
मैं
हूँ आपको
ये नहीं
अभी
देख पा
देखिए.
रहा हूँ, ये जो आपने ईयरली निकाला है ना,
हाँ,
ये तो मैं नहीं देख पा रहा हूँ अपनी लॉगिन में।
आप जाइएगा लॉगिन में. ये देखिए शार्प रेशियो में देखिए एसबीआई नीचे चला गया, ये दोनों अच्छे दिख रहे हैं. फिर हम सॉर्टिनो रेशियो के हिसाब से देखते हैं तो वापस ये दोनों आ जाते हैं, एसबीआई भी आ गया तो अपने ठीक है रख लिए. फिर उसके बाद में इंफॉर्मेशन रेशियो के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा अगेन, तो मतलब फ्रैंकलिन, एसबीआई और आईसीआईसीआई ये तीनों आ रहे हैं कंटिन्यूअसली. फिर हम लोगों ने कंपेयर किया और यहाँ पे ये तीनों सबकी डिटेल्स यहाँ पे सारी आ गई है. फिर हमने ये क्या किया, व्यू रिपोर्ट. तो वहां पे
बीच में
आपकी ब्रांडिंग के संग में आ गया और आपने ये
बीच
पूरी डिटेल्स बना
बीच में
के दे दी.
इन्वेस्ट को ऐसे क्यों छोड़ दिया सर?
क्या चीज?
बीच में जैसे इन्वॉइस को एक अपर साइड में आ रहा था, उसको आपने छोड़ दिया। उनकी भी
आइए बोलिए,
परफॉर्मेंस
ले
बहुत
लेते हैं.
अच्छी है ना।
हाँ, किसकी? इन्वेस्को? नहीं,
राइट।
ये सब बाकी कैटेगरी में नहीं आ रहा था. अभी देखिए टेनर रेशियो में अच्छा आ रहा है, इसमें भी आ रहा है, तो चारों को ले सकते हैं हम लोग. परफेक्ट. और जेंसन में भी आ रहा है चारों. सो ये सब ठीक देख रहे हैं चारों. अगर शार्प रेशियो में भी आ रहा है, सोर्टिनो में, तो मोरलेस ये चारों सभी में आ रहा है. एक्चुअली आप चारों को ले सकते हैं. परफेक्ट. तो आप अगर चारों को लेते हैं और ऐसे ही आप व्यू रिपोर्ट देखते हैं और फिर आप डाउनलोड करके कर सकते हैं. तो आपने क्या किया ना, क्लाइंट को आ, मतलब सिर्फ ऐसे ही नहीं दे रहे हैं. 7 फंड है सर, 7 में से ये 4 शॉर्टलिस्ट करके मैं आपको दे रहा हूं और फिर क्लाइंट इज एक्चुअली टेलिंग यू लेट्स इन्वेस्ट इनटू दैट. सो दैट बिकम्स अ मोर लॉजिकल वे टू गिव इंसिडेंटल एडवाइस इंस्टेड गिव
वो
सर आप इन्वेस्टो में कर लीजिए बढ़िया है. अरे आपने उनको सब चीज बताई है. ये एक ज्यादा आई थिंक बेटर तरीका है.
वो लीनियर लीनियर जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन है, ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन,
हाँ,
वो कैसे निकलेगा?